Welcome aboard the brand new Dreamliner 787, and we're here with Captain Phil. How are you?
I'm very well this morning, thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much for having us on board. Here we are, a brand new, sparkly, shiny plane. There can't be any greater thrill for a pilot.
No, absolutely not. This is the most technologically advanced airliner in the world at the moment, and it's a privilege to be flying it.
How exciting is it when a new generation of plane comes along where you don't have shutters on windows anymore, it's all technological, and of course you've got this incredible computer in front of you that looks very, very complicated. I guess you're only pressing probably 5 or 6 buttons.
Well, there's a few more than 5 or 6, but it does look very complicated, but actually the information that we get in general is very much the same as on any other aeroplane. So flying it in general principles is very much the same, but it is a pilot's aeroplane. It is very straightforward to fly, it's very smooth in flight and very intuitive.
The first thing everybody notices about this plane on approach is of course the wings, which look as if they're bent upwards. That's for aerodynamic reasons, is it?
Absolutely is, yeah. It has what's called a gull wing, and they do in flight bend upwards to give it the optimal shape, to get the most amount of lift that it can generate on the wing, and makes the aeroplane more efficient.
Captain, I've got to ask you about the safety of this aircraft. A lot of people have talked about, is it safe to be in the air? It was grounded for a while. Could you reassure your passengers coming on board today?
Yes, I could. Thomson Airways would not fly the aeroplane unless they were 100% sure in the safety of it. And indeed, that's backed up by Boeing and indeed the regulators around the world.
And why would you put yourself in a plane that you weren't happy with? I mean, there's the first question, isn't it?
That's absolutely correct, yes. And of course I wouldn't.
And in terms of the pecking order around the world for pilots, you've got to be up there with the best, really, because this is the brand new aeroplane. I guess any pilot would love to be flying this plane.
Yes, I wouldn't say that I'm up there with the best, but I'm up there with the luckiest.
And in terms of a smooth ride, how does this compare to previous craft that you've flown?
It is very smooth. I mean, obviously, if there is turbulence, then we do feel the turbulence, but it does have a system to smooth out any sinusoidal turbulence, which is the turbulence that makes you feel sick. So it's much better than normal aeroplanes.
Just an hour before you take off on your way to Orlando, how do you feel today? Are you excited?
I'm very excited, thrilled to be doing this flight.
Thank you very much for talking to us. Phil Cotnell is the pilot here today aboard the Dreamliner 787. Good flight.
Thank you very much.